Hi, I'm Rishi.
And I'm Akshat.
Welcome to Emergency English. This is a show where we teach you English.
Today we are going to teach you guys how to describe pictures.
Let's get right into it.
It's time for
Emergency English!
Before we start to describe things in an image, you need to know the basics of forming a sentence. When describing the image, you need to have a subject that the sentence is based on. For example, the orange is big. The orange is the subject that the sentence is based on. The subject should also have a verb or an adjective, or both. In the example I gave, big is the adjective. If I said the orange is rolling, then rolling would be the verb. The object of a sentence is what receives the action of the verb. If I say the orange is rolling down the hill is the object of the sentence. These components of the sentence are very important when describing images.
One of the most important aspects of interpreting pictures is figuring out the situation or the context that the image is in. You can deduce the context based on the setting of the image. There are two aspects to the setting of an image, the temporal aspect and the geographical aspect. The geographical setting is the location, the place where the picture is taken. Locations can include beaches, parks, mountains, deserts, houses, malls, stores, amusement parks, and all sorts of other places. Geographical setting might also mean the country in which the picture is set. If you want to learn about countries and flags, then check out our last video. When it comes to the temporal setting, the main thing you need to know is the time of day and the season. You can tell the time of day based on how much light there is and the position of the sun. Morning, afternoon, evening, and night are the main time frames that you would use to describe the time of day. The seasons can be figured out based on stuff like the color of leaves, the presence of snow, and the bloom of flowers.
Another important aspect is the appearance of the image. It is good to talk about lighting if it's bright or dark. The aesthetic appeal of specific parts of the image is also good to put in. For example, the building in the image is very pretty. Putting other adjectives as well will enhance your description of the image. When describing the image, look out for various objects in the image that you can describe. The more objects you can describe in the image, the better your overall interpretation will be. You can also mention the types of clothing that someone is wearing in an image. Like the boy is wearing Western modern clothes. If there are any discernible groups like a set of friends or a family, for example, there is a family that is in the park, that can also add to your description. The location of objects in the image will also benefit your description. Use phrases like in the back of the image, in the front of the image, in the middle, next to, and close to add details to your image. A long sentence you can make with these is, the orange is in the middle of the image, next to the orange is the potato, and the front of the image is a banana, and at the back of the image is a tomato. You should always mention the action happening in the image. If a family is taking a photo, then mention it. If someone is running, mention it. All of this will add depth to your description.
One last thing you should pay attention to is the framing of the picture. Generally, the center of the picture is the main subject, not as in the grammatical meaning of subject, but instead subject as in the focus or main element of the picture.
And that concludes this video on interpreting pictures.
This was our last video for Emergency English, and we hope that we were able to help you on your English learning journey. We might make more videos in the future, so let us know what topics you would like to see. Thank you for watching Emergency English,
and we will see you next time.